Hello everyone, I hope you're well and welcome back to this channel. In this video I'm going to demonstrate the priority hot water system setup through wiring rather than using a diverter valve. I've not got any diverter valves on this system. In here we have a radiator zone, an underfloor heating zone and an unvented cylinder. So what happens in this setup is if the radiator zone as well as the underfloor heating zone is calling for heat, but then cylinder needs to warm up because the water temperature has gone down in the cylinder, what it will do is it will actually turn the demand off to the boiler for both heating zones and it will prioritize hot water. I've done that through the contactor, which is just on your left over there. This boiler, as it comes out of the box, is a 𝐷𝐷𝐒 830 system boiler, so it doesn't have a built-in hot water priority option in it. So I need to connect iFOS as well as a relay board to achieve hot water priority. But that's for another day. Today I'm just going to demonstrate on how we will receive the signals or the demand for, let's say, heating and hot water separately from our control. So in here we have, as you can see, underfloor heating wiring. So that's the 8-channel zone or programmer or junction box, you can call it. It's a 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄 UH8, I believe. It should say on the cover. Let's just have a quick look at that. Yes, so it's a UH8 𝐕𝐈𝐃𝐄. So that's the control box we have just over there. And then we have 2 hardwired thermostats connected, 1 wireless thermostat connected. And what you see there is that wireless receiver for the thermostat in the kitchen and also a Hive receiver, which is dual channel for radiators as well as the cylinder. So now, as it stands, we have a demand for heating and hot water, as well as a demand for underfloor heating, one of the zones for underfloor heating. So right now we have 3 demands, but the cylinder is satisfied. Cylinder's not calling for any heat right now because the thermostat, I've dropped it down to off position. Okay, the cylinder start. So what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate by setting my multimeter to volts AC setting, and what I have here coming from my junction box is 2 cables, grey and black, as you can see. I've put them in connector blocks for now so I can demonstrate it to you safely. So we have grey as the heating demand cable coming from the junction box, and black cable is the hot water demand to the boiler. As I said, right now we don't have the option to put these 2 wires separately into this boiler. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of these into the same demand port within the boiler up until I connect iFOS and the relay board to it. So right now cylinder is satisfied and we are having demand for radiator and underfloor heating. So what we are expecting is grey to have 230 volts signal against neutral because that's the demand for the heating. So let's just go for non-neutral at this connector and on grey, and as you can see on the meter we have 230 to 240 volts. So that's the demand for the heating. Now let's just double check the demand for hot water, which is the black cable against neutral, and we have no voltage there. So we don't have any demand coming right now for hot water, but we do have demand for heating. Okay, all I'm going to do next is I'm going to just turn the cylinder start up, which I'll just try to show you. It's just at the bottom. Let's just have a look. Okay, so it's still work in progress, but all I'm doing now is I'm going to put the cylinder start up. Right now it's set to 0. So let's just put it up to, let's say, 30-40 degrees. Okay, now what's happened is although the demands for heating, both underfloor heating as well as the radiators, are still on, as you can see these lights, the heating demand is on as well as the underfloor heating demand is on. But let's see what's happened to our connector, to our demand at the boiler. So again, no neutral. Let's just check grey cable first. So there's no voltage there now. But let's check the black cable. And we have 240 volts there now. Okay, so what's that done is this contactor, which is a normally closed contactor. It's not a normally open contactor, so it's a normally closed contactor. That contactor has both demands for heatings running through it. Okay, so when it's in non-energized, let's say, situation, there's no power coming to this contactor. It's connecting both of those demands for heating, central heating, as well as underfloor heating, and it's sending it to the boiler. But as soon as there is a demand for cylinder, this contactor energizes, so it breaks that contact. It becomes a normally open at that time. Not normally, but once it's got the demand. I hope it makes sense. So as soon as the contactor energizes, it kills the demand for both radiators and underfloor heating. It literally turns the zone valves off, and it prioritizes hot water. So hot water demand takes priority because there's no heating demand at that time, and both the zone valves are in off position, or closed position I should say, at that time. So that's how it works. If you have any questions on how I've set it up, do drop me a line in the comment section below and I will get back to you. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe the channel, and there are some useful videos on the channel as well, so don't forget to pay us a visit. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye bye.